Ourselves working on the turbo IS300. It's kind of heartbreaking after spending all the money on the car and then the electronics, injectors and everything, and having the issues I had with the injectors. Got it all done, got it tuned, well, tuned-ish. Then we had to quit on it there and fix the transmission issue, and then just to have it blow up like right after that. But here we are. We're starting on that. I say we're, it's me as usual. Get the camera here. So where we're at, I've already got the transmission out of it. So the R154s in these things, make it easy on yourself and just pull it out with the motor, pull it all up out of there. So I've already got the intercooler popping loose, a couple of random things here. Yeah, man, this kind of sucks for sure. But got the radiator. I think it's ready to let go. Let's see here. Yep. So take this jewel out. These aren't that bad once you get the transmission out and you figure out what all wires go where and turn them loose, and most of the time you take it out from the main harness, and I think one part of the deal goes to the battery. You got vacuums, you got fuel lines. They actually have the brake line runs across the top of this, so I'll have to take the brake lines loose just to get the motor out. So it's kind of a pain there, but it is what it is. So that's what we're on. There's vacuums like to the brake booster. Over on this jewel, you take it off on the motor side. That way if your motor don't have it, or on the engine side, just spin it around. That way the next motor that we end up with in here, if it don't have it, we can see. Once you drop the transmission, these things are pretty loose. You just gotta find all the plumbing to turn it loose with. So yeah, kind of a heartbreaker here. Just, yeah, I can't stress enough how bad this sucked. Gotta keep up with where everything goes, so don't end up with wires that need unhooked and wires that don't need. So yeah, the vacuum goes to the top of the blow-off valve, goes over and plugs into this jewel to the intake. So that goes away. This brake line is going to be a pain to get out. The wideband, we're just going to leave it in for now. We'll deal with it once we get it out. Got some coolant lines we'll have to pull. We'll pull them off of the firewall instead of the engine because they're a lot harder to get to. And when you get the hooks, we'll have to take the down pop off because it's going to hit coming out, which that's just going to be a V-band right here. We'll take that loose and get some exhaust off of it. So today we're going to be taking the whole spindle off the IS300. I have a machine shop. I don't ever pull my own spindle off and all that. I always take it to the machine shop and just drop it off. It's just quicker, easier, and it's not that much money for him to press off the hub and press on the new wheel bearing. Seems like don't take a lot of time at all. He's more than reasonable. Same machinist I always use on everything. So we're gonna get the spindle off, get everything off of it that don't need to be on it to go there, and we'll take it over there and drop it off with him. But we're gonna go ahead and take this thing off. All right, here we go. All right, so what I like to do is take off the hardest to turn to break loose parts. That being the ball joint. We're gonna actually take it off from the angle kit. We're gonna take it back here, and that way we don't have to do the lower ball joint. So we just take it loose from here. We won't have to take the lower tie rod in, or the tie rod, so we'll just have to take from here, take the brake off and the speed sensor, and it'll be loose, and we just have to take the top ball joint, and that should be it. So these two bolts here will be our main thing. Alright, so that'll get us those two loose. Now these things have dowels where those sit. We can't lose the dowels. So that's one thing to remember if you have an angle kit. If you don't got to worry about that. Okay, so that should do that. The dowel stayed in the angle kit, both places. All right, so that's good. So now up here, let's see if you can see, right there is the speed sensor. So we have to take that off, and I think that's like a 10 or something. Not the speed sensor, it's ABS. What am I saying, speed sensor? I think that thing was loose already. Which at this point, I don't know if the wire is even connected on this thing. It's where the angle kits let the tires turn in to damage everything up in the hub. So that just pops out. And now we have the brake caliper, which I think it's either a 14 or 17. I can't remember. We'll see. It's going to be a 14. So on this, we have to take the whole brake caliper assembly off. And we're not doing a brake job, we're removing the spindle, which when we put it back on, we will probably have to compress the, whatchamacallit, the brake. So I will take it off in where the caliper will be loose. So we'll have to compress it anyway. So that's those. And the other ones will be 17s, I think they are. Pretty sure. Wherever they're at. Where is that jewel? There it is. May have been better off getting those before I've done the ball joint. Maybe. But we'll get it. That probably would have been. There we top one is somewhere. There it is. Yeah, we would have been better off. There we go. So, break them loose first. Then spin them off. Okay. Well, that's the bottom half. We'll find something to hang this brake up, let the car down, and get that top ball joint. Then we'll be done. Okay, so what that leaves you is this jewel. There's a pin that we take out right there. Get a pair of pliers and pull that thing out. And if you use cutters, make sure you don't accidentally cut it. I think that's like a 19. I think I got a 19, yeah. And you get you a breaker bar. This thing may or may not try to come loose. Sometimes you have to get a ball joint splitter, and it's a pain to take loose. Yeah, it come loose. Here we go. Usually when you got something that's got a keeper on it, it's not super tight. Alright, so we don't need the rotor on here, so I'm going to go ahead and take the lug nuts off. And these aren't like Honda Civics and stuff, the rotors just come off, so you can just slide it off. So everything's disassembled, minus a few little things. Now, let's see if it'll come off, or if we got to have a ball joint splitter. And it come off. Alright, so now we take it to the machine shop. Well, actually waiting on a bearing, but we'll take it to the machine shop, drop it off, and then we'll reinstall it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we're going to do the routine check. We're going to pull on some parts, just like your lower control arms and stuff. We're going to pull on them and push on them and see if there's anything that just is way off. Everything looks good there. Everything looks tight. Just something's off. I don't know what it is exactly. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just something. That lower control arm bushing is actually pretty bad right there. Well, that looks good. All that looks good. The tie rods look good. The ball joints seem to be okay. I don't know really what it is. I mean, it could be as simple as low tires, or maybe almost, if I had to explain it, I guess it would be almost like there's something up with the power steering. It's kind of too light, like way too light. So I'm going to check some stuff up top too, but I mean, it may be something in the rear of the car that's causing it to be a little wild. But again, like I said, the for sure I know the tires are low. I don't think that's it though. I just don't believe so. They have bad struts too. Could be a combination of that. But it's whatever it is. There's a lot of it. Aha! I see one thing right there. Okay. Alright, see that? How straight that is? Aha! Right there. See that? Vent control arm. How about that? Okay. That might be what our ailment is for sure. Well, that's one thing. Definitely could be the issue. Right there. That's her culprit. Alright, I'm gonna get a hammer and see if I can bend that straight a little bit because I don't have another one. But alright, here we go. Well, I'm trying to kind of pull against it maybe and hit it. I don't know if it's doing anything. Maybe replacing that control arm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't see that coming back around. And once it's bent one time, it'll be easy to bend again. So this will probably have to be replaced. Yeah, we're gonna have to replace it. What's crazy, after looking at this car, it's been aligned with this bent. So as I'm straightening it, it's turning the wheel backwards. This car had been aligned with this bent. It didn't straighten it. So I can see it moving. It's almost turned the wrong way now. So yeah, somebody had aligned this with that bent. So it's coming. Yeah, it's tore all that part right there too. It's like a joint right there. I guess it's supposed to be center of that thing. Ow. Let's leave that there for a second. Yeah, it's not going to center up on that piece, I don't think. So, we're probably going to have to replace that jewel. Because that should be in the middle of that deal there. Whoa. So right there, oh it moved, yeah. Okay. So it come up on the center of this thing right here. It just moved back. So we're going to do something different. This thing, oh, cattywampus. It's definitely damaged. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have one. So, there's our culprit. So, if you'll look up here, this, see how that's in the middle of that? It's like a bar on both sides of that. It's on one side over there. As you can see, that's on this side of that. So yeah. And as I'm straightening it, you can see the wheel is actually turning back a little bit. So, that's our culprit. Plainly see it's bent. I moved it over to the center of that deal in there. Up there, that thing was to the side on both, or on this one. And this one, you can see it's straight, lives in the middle. This one I had to kind of push it over there. It keeps wanting to go back to one side when I hit it. So that thing's off. That's actually loose. So I'll have to replace it. Then we'll have to align this jewel. But that's our culprit, so go ahead and change the oil and everything and start hunting some lower control arms. But all right, here we go. Okay, so I changed the oil on the Civic. I got to make a decision how far I want to go in on this car as far as a flip, how much I want to spend. I got a game plan together. I've got some stuff written down, trying to make a decision on where I'm going to be at with it. It's a fairly straight car. It's not bad. I thought maybe a lip kit, a grill, some coilovers, some lower control arms, because the lower control arms, when you replace them, the bolt tends to break off in them or won't come out. So I figured lower control arms anyway. Fuel filter. I might go new headlights and taillights. The taillights look pretty good, but they're dingy. But that's it for today. All right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.